Fair use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. July 29th. Anonymous Gifts of Kindness. As active alcoholics, we were always looking for a handout in one way or another. The 12 Traditions Illustrated, page 14. The challenge of the seventh tradition is a personal challenge, reminding me to share and give of myself. Before sobriety, the only thing I ever supported was my habit of drinking. Now my efforts are a smile, a kind word, and kindness. I saw that I had to start carrying my own weight and to allow my new friends to walk with me because through the practice of the 12 steps and 12 traditions, I've never had it so good. Courage to Change One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, July 29th. Al-Anon is a spiritual program based on no particular religion, and no religious belief is required. To those of us who have had less than wonderful experiences with religion in the past, this freedom is important. Spirituality doesn't have to imply a particular philosophy or moral code. It simply means that there is a power greater than ourselves upon which we can come to rely. Whether we call this a higher power, God, good orderly direction, Allah, the universe, or another name, it is vital to our recovery that we come to believe in a power greater than ourselves. Step 2. Until we do, the rest of the steps will not make much sense. This higher power might be likened to the electricity that operates the lights and machinery of our recovery. It's not necessary to understand what electricity actually is to enjoy its use. All we need to do is turn on the switch. Today's reminder: I may be seeking a more loving God in whom I can place my trust, or facing a challenge that puts my long-established beliefs to a test, or struggling with the very idea of a higher power. Whatever I believe, I can pray for greater faith today. Just that little act of willingness can work miracles. There is a quote from Al-Anon's 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, and it reads, "When I have at last realized that my problems are too big to solve by myself, I need not be alone with them if I am willing to accept help from a higher power." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, July 29th. Expectations. As we realize our need to be forgiven, we tend to be more forgiving. Basic text, page 39. Our behavior toward other people in our life is a mirror of our behavior toward ourselves. When we demand perfection of ourselves, we come to demand it from others around us too. As we strive to repair and heal our lives in recovery, we may also expect others to work just as hard and to recover at the same pace as we do. And just as we are often unforgiving of our own mistakes, we may shut out friends and family members when they don't meet our expectations. Working the steps helps us understand our own limitations and our humanity. We come to see our failures as human mistakes. We realize that we will never be perfect, that we will at times disappoint ourselves and others. We hope for forgiveness. As we learn to gently accept ourselves, we can start to view others with the same accepting and tolerant heart. These people too are only human, trying to do their best and sometimes falling short. Just for today, I will treat others with the tolerance and forgiveness I seek for myself. Today, Emotions Anonymous, July 29th. Reflection for today, acceptance, the magic word in my life. It is through acceptance that I have found all the treasures which I have searched for all my life: love, forgiveness, serenity, caring, sharing, and compassion. These marvels have come into my life because of my acceptance of myself, just the way I am today, others just the way they are, things I cannot change, and those I can. The acceptance of a higher power in my life has made me realize that it is only through that higher power that all these gifts have come to me. Meditation for today. Remind me that it is only through acceptance I will find the answers I need to live a life full of freedom and joy. Today I will remember people, places, and things are fine just the way they are. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. July 29th. PTSD. PTSD symptoms can include hypervigilance or the constant monitoring of one's surroundings for potential threat of harm. BRB, page 345. Many of us have few concrete memories of childhood. We know we lived through amazing trauma, but if we're asked what happened to us, we often have few examples to relate. We may have defining moments that we remember, but we also have years of blanks. Some memories we do have were related by our siblings. We repressed our memories as a protection mechanism, but when we arrive in ACA, we try to locate them because they're the key to much of our dysfunctional behavior. Some behavior, such as hypervigilance, seems inescapable in its intensity. We can even be sitting with our recovery friends, perhaps in a meeting, and we can't seem to let go of monitoring everything that's going on. What we might have previously labeled as a highly overdeveloped sense of responsibility is more likely PTSD. As we work our program and become willing to uncover our trauma, we begin to free ourselves from the heightened state of awareness that wears us out and causes problems in our relationships. We unbury memories that have gotten us to this state, often with the help of therapy and by sharing our story and listening to others in meetings. The affirmation reads, "On this day I will not be afraid to uncover the memories that seem to bind me to my dysfunctional behaviors." Please share, subscribe, like, and most of all, be the you that you are created to be. To remember that recovery is possible, one day at a time, and that you are not alone.